So who is this other woman that Stefon Diggs allegedly got pregnant? Let's investigate. Most of you by now know that Stefon Diggs has gotten Cardi B pregnant. She's been flaunting this stuff around for days now. Ever since she had that interview with Gayle King, she's been on a tear doing her media tour, during her album release and all of that. She's been doing meet and greets, and you probably seen her on X or Instagram. She had this see-through blue dress on doing her meet and greet for her new album, which left nothing to the imagination pretty much. And I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I would take her around the woodshed myself once or twice now that I saw that, to be honest. But
yeah, that brother's starving.
In any case, there is another challenger in the ring, okay? Like Street Fighter would say, here comes a new challenger. There was another woman that allegedly has had Stefon's baby already. Now, the jury is still out on that because they had a DNA test done, which the results have yet to be determined. But her name, as you see here in the TMZ article, is named Aline Lopera, aka Lord Giselle, I believe, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. And I have two articles I want to reference for this video, just so everybody's up to speed on who this woman is. This from TMZ, how Aline Lopera launched a paternity case against an NFL star. We know that NFL star is Stefon Diggs. Let's get to the article and read a little bit about this woman. Stefon Diggs is currently preparing to take on daddy duties for the baby he's going to share with Cardi B, who is currently pregnant with their child. But it turns out he might end up being a father of 3. Diggs was recently named in a paternity suit filed by Aline Lopera, who claimed he's the father of their daughter Charlie, who was born in April of 2025. We're going to take a look into the background of the football player's alleged baby mama and see what she's had to say about her connection to the NFL star. Okay. Lopera made a name for herself as an influencer, and she's currently has a following of 306,000, followers on Instagram. The social media personality became notable for showing off her figure wearing revealing swimsuits in various photos. Well, I mean, that's the standard come up for the Instagram model. She's also branched out into the retail industry, and she's currently serves as an ambassador for Fashion Nova. Again, Captain Obvious right there, right?
I need that money.
Oh, and Stefon isn't the first big name she's been connected to, as she shared a video of herself having dinner with Rob Kardashian back in 2020, according to People. Well, Rob Kardashian did not do himself any favors. Of course, he had a baby with that one woman who now claims to be a Christian and got rid of her butt implants and all that. I believe her name is Black China, and she now goes by, I think, her real name, which I don't even know what that is. But yeah, Rob Kardashian, that's another standard operating procedure, I guess. Find you a lame and make a name for yourself. Charlie isn't Lopera's first child, as she welcomed a daughter named Imani way back in the day. The influencer's daughter occasionally showed up in her social media post, and the first time she showed off her child was back in 2013. The social media personality shared an affectionate Instagram post on Imani's 13th birthday in September of 2024 and described motherhood as the best thing that's ever happened to me in the post caption. Lopera added she considered her status as mother-to-be more than I ever deserved, writing she felt as if watching her kid grow up was so wholesome. Now here is the situation in question. Lopera initially filed court documents back in December of 2024 when she claimed he was Charlie's father. She hadn't given birth to her daughter when she filed her documents, according to People. Bam, look at that. She filed documents against this man. The kid wasn't even out the womb yet.
Enemy spotted.
She also requested legal and physical custody of the child and wanted visitation rights to be granted to the athlete. Well, that's play number 2.
Enemy spotted.
Go ahead and file for full legal and physical custody before the kid's even in the world yet to get that money. Let's go. Diggs, who's already a father of an 8-year-old named Nova, has since requested genetic testing, aka DNA testing, for the child, and he's contested the paternity of Charlie. He's also requested joint legal and physical custody of LaPera's daughter if it turns out the kid is his, of course. Now, of course, 50-50 custody is a win for men and it's an L for women, so we'll see how that goes. The kid is Stefon Diggs already has an 8-year-old named Nova, so this will be kid number 2, 3, depending on the pecking order. Since she already had hers, that means Cardi B will be baby number 3. And that brings me to this article. Stefon Diggs leaves hospital with baby carrier. This was back in May. Now, I believe this was the video everybody was talking about in question that came out shortly after Cardi B revealed her pregnancy from Stefon Diggs. This is a video, I guess, of him leaving the hospital allegedly with Miss LaPera's baby a few months ago. Check this out. Oh, by the way, this is TMZ, so I gotta give my fair use clause. Fair use.
Yeah. Easy.
And of course, there you see it. There was a stroller that he had, and he was putting helping whoever this was put in the back of the truck along with, I guess, the baby. And of course, we can all assume that is the infant in question. Stefon Diggs appeared to be on baby duty earlier this year. The NFL superstar was spotted leaving the hospital with a car seat in his hands exactly one day before he hard launched his relationship with Cardi B.
Enemy spotted.
TMZ Sports has obtained footage of the New England Patriots receiver outside New York City medical facility on May 11th, meaning he really made the most of his time in the Big Apple as he hit Madison Square Garden hand in hand with the outside rapper, that's Cardi B, to catch the Knicks host the Boston Celtics in a playoff matchup over 24 hours later. So he was with this woman, whoever this mystery woman was in the video at that time. And then a day later, he went to an NBA game with Cardi B, as you can see here in the picture, hand in hand, booed up, ready to go see some basketball. In the footage, Diggs walks toward an SUV with an unidentified woman in the backseat, and it appears he's trying to figure out where to fit the carrier before electing to try his luck on the other side. Just this week, it was revealed Diggs and Cardi B are expecting their first kid together, all while the 31-year-old is contesting whether he fathered a child with model Aline LaPera, aka Lord Giselle. Boy. And again, this kind of stuff happens a lot, in low-income communities and, the trailer park community and on the MLK community. So this isn't really a big thing, I guess. People having kids in these very unusual situations. But the problem is that Cardi B is going to end up being a example for women to follow. Okay, of course, she's a household name. I believe her album has already gone platinum. So that lets you know how big her fan base is. She hasn't come up with an album since 2018. And 8 years later, she has an album go platinum in no less than a week. So you see where that's going, right? So her fans will cheer this, that she's having a baby. They're not looking at the situation. They're just looking at she's having another baby. And it's a beautiful moment. And she's having fun with her new man, Stefon, even though she's still married. She says she's legally separated. And I'll go through that later on in the audio clip that she had from TMZ. But she's legally separated, even though she's still married. But and they're saying, well, the officer cheated on her, blah, blah, blah. Well, yeah, he might have, and that's not good either. But does this erase all of that? You know what I'm saying? So, according to court docs, Diggs isn't too confident he's the dad of Aline LaPera's baby girl born in April 2025 and requested genetic testing to get to the bottom of it. It's unclear if the two ever went through with the test. Well, I hope he did, because before he starts paying child support. But anyway, y'all get the point, right? Stefon Diggs has essentially two baby mamas around roughly the same time. Okay. Now, this is the same man that had pink coca on the boat. It's the same man. All his teammates said they didn't want their sister to date him. There's the same guy, that now has two baby mamas at the same time. I mean, come on. Yeah. And again, Stefon Diggs, I'm pretty sure he's a cool guy to hang out with. But Cardi B will inevitably, in my opinion, will end up being another single baby mama. That's just my thoughts on the matter. And with that being said, thank you for tuning in another episode of the Working Man Podcast. I am your host, Nicholas J. Fury. Let me know what you think about this whole situation down in the comment section. Please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and the notification bell. We're out of the door, and I will see you on the next video.